West Bengal, where the Prime Minister kicked off his party's poll campaign in right earnest. This is a state that has held out to the BJP's steady march across the country, but they could not get the majority that they wanted in the Bengal Assembly elections. This time, for the Lok Sabha polls, the BJP has gone the whole hog to try and ensure that they better the last time's tally that they had in 2019 of 18 out of 42 Lok Sabha seats. Today, when the Prime Minister returned to West Bengal after about 3 years, he made Gyan or Garib, Yuva, Annadata and Nari the focus of his campaign. Remember, this visit comes in light of the protracted fight between the TMC and all opposition parties in the state over atrocities on women by TMC strongman Shah Jahan Sheikh and his cohorts. 24 hours before the Prime Minister's visit, Sheikh Shah Jahan was arrested and suspended from the TMC for 6 years, but that did not stop the Prime Minister today from reminding the people of West Bengal what these women of Sandeshkhali had endured. He spoke of how even opposition parties had knowingly turned a blind eye and a deaf ear at the national level to the pain of these victims. Interestingly, he also referred to the possible vote bank compulsions that held the TMC back for over 50 days from acting against Sheikh Shah Jahan. But after this vote bank claim, he also went on to assert that this time it will be Muslim women who react unfavorably to the ruling party.
क्या ऐसी टीएमसी को माफ करेंगे? ऐसी टीएमसी को माफ करेंगे? क्या माताओं बहनों के साथ जो हुआ है उसका बदला लेंगे कि नहीं लेंगे? लेंगे कि नहीं लेंगे? हर चोट का जवाब वोट से देना है। आज बंगाल की जनता यहां के मुख्यमंत्री दीदी से पूछ रही है, क्या कुछ लोगों का वोट आपके लिए संदेशखाली की पीड़ित महिलाओं से भी ज्यादा अहम हो गया है? साथियों, पश्चिम बंगाल विकसित होगा तभी भारत भी विकसित होगा। इसके लिए जरूरी है कि आने वाले लोकसभा चुनाव में पश्चिम बंगाल की सभी सीटों पर कमल खिले। खिलेगा? खिलेगा? टीएमसी को घमंड है कि उसके पास एक निश्चित वोट बैंक है। इस बार टीएमसी का ये घमंड भी टूटेगा। इस बार मुस्लिम बहन बेटियां भी टीएमसी के गुंडा राज को उखाड़ फेंकने के लिए आगे आएगी।
Now just take a look at how the Prime Minister's blitz across the state has been planned. Today he spoke at Arambagh, located in the Hooghly district. This seat is represented by the TMC's Aparupa Poddar in the Lok Sabha. Tomorrow he will be in Krishnanagar in the Nadia district. This seat had TMC's Mahua Moitra, but remember she has since been expelled from the lower house in December over the favours for questions row. On the 6th of March then, the Prime Minister is set to deliver a third public address, this time in Barasat, which is represented by yet another lady MP of the TMC, Kakoli Ghosh Dastidar. The BJP is determined, quite clearly, to consolidate its presence in the state. From 18 seats, their aim this time is to go beyond the 35 mark. But all of this has the ruling party scoffing at the poll outreach on Sandeshkhali and otherwise.
बहुत दिन से बोल रहा है संदेशखाली में जो घटना घट रहे थे उसका मेजर पोर्शन एक ऑर्केस्ट्रेटेड स्टोरी है जिनका डायरेक्टर और प्रोड्यूसर दिल्ली बीजेपी वाला था। बंगाल का आदमी, देश का आदमी ये भी देखा है कि अगर किसी के खिलाफ कोई कंप्लेन हुआ, वो शिबू हाजरा हो, उत्तम सरदार हो, शेख शाहजहां हो, वो तृणमूल कांग्रेस का कार्यकर्ता होने का बावजूद भी पश्चिम बंगाल का सरकार उसको अरेस्ट कर सकता है।
একটা কথা প্রধানমন্ত্রী ঠিকই বলেছেন যে চোটের জবাব ভোটে হবে, একদম ঠিক। মণিপুরে যে মায়েদেরকে নগ্ন করে হাঁটিয়েছেন সেই মায়েরাও তাদের চোটের জবাব ভোটে নেবে। আমার যে বাংলার মায়েরা, ভারতবর্ষের মায়েরা 400 টাকার গ্যাস আজকে আপনার দয়ায় 1200 টাকায় কিনতে বাধ্য হচ্ছে, তারাও চোটের জবাবটা ভোটে নেবে। যে মায়েরা আজকে 20 টাকার কেরোসিন তেল 120 টাকায় কিনতে বাধ্য হচ্ছে, তারাও চোটের জবাব ভোটে নেবে।
पीएम नरेंद्र मोदी जी को ये बोलने का अधिकार क्या है? मणिपुर के बारे में क्यों नहीं बोलते हैं? अगर इस तरह से महिलाओं पे अत्याचार हो तो कांग्रेस समर्थन नहीं करेगी, लेकिन मणिपुर के बारे में प्रधानमंत्री जी क्यों नहीं बोल रहे हैं? मणिपुर की जनता आपको रोज पुकार रही है, प्रधानमंत्री जी हमको न्याय दो, लेकिन मणिपुर हमारे देश का हिस्सा ही नहीं है, ऐसे प्रधानमंत्री जी नरेंद्र मोदी समझ रहे हैं।
The choice of seats and the Prime Minister's messaging make one ask, will Sandeshkhali really be able to turn the tide for the BJP in West Bengal, especially in its quest for Mission 40 par in the state? And more importantly, what does one make of the claim of the Prime Minister when he said that irrespective of any vote bank politics that might be practiced, Muslim women are going to answer the Trinamool Congress. Joining us on the debate, we have Dr. Guru Prakash, National Spokesperson of the BJP, Harshvardhan Tripathi, Senior Journalist, Dr. Shantanu Sen, MP and National Spokesperson of the TMC, and Shabnam Dey, Political Analyst. Dr. Shantanu Sen, your first response to the Prime Minister's claim today that इस बार चोट का जवाब वोट से दिया जाएगा. Every harm, every grievous injury on the women, on other sections of society will be answered by a vote.
I think he has started counting his final days. That's why he has started realizing that our days are numbered in the political field. Because he knows very well that the Manipur, where the women are raped and they are being forced to parade nakedly, in Hathras, Unnao, Balarampur, the women are being gang raped. In Madhya Pradesh few days back, one pregnant woman was gang raped and she was forced to die. In Hathras, Unnao, Balarampur, several incidences of gang rape took place. In Amethi recently, a woman was raped and she was forced to take poison. In Rajasthan, a lady was raped and she went onto the top of a water tank for demanding justice. So as a whole, so far the National Crime Record Bureau is concerned, the incidents of women trafficking, sexual assault, sexual harassment, rape, all these incidents are taking place mostly in the BJP ruled states. So he knows it very well. Now the women, they have made up their mind to oust BJP from this ruling dispensation because they know the women are not safe. Today, Narendra Modi ji took the name of Raja Ram Mohan Rai. And yes, of course, Raja Ram Mohan Rai, wherever his soul is, definitely he is crying because he fought against Sati Daho. And now Narendra Modi government has started Nari Daho. They are totally an anti-woman political party. So the entire women community in the country, they will be giving a befitting reply in the forthcoming parliament election.
Okay. The fact that the Prime Minister has reached out to Garib, Yuva, Annadata and Nari, but Dr. Guru Prakash, the TMC says, you don't respect Nari elsewhere. Why should the women of West Bengal believe you?
Padmaja, I am totally appalled at the naked whataboutery of the Trinamool Congress. What we witnessed, unfortunately, was 2 months of state-sponsored violence. What we witnessed in Sandeshkhali, and Padmaja, when I say this, I am at a lot of pain. Sandeshkhali is not just 75 kilometers away from Kolkata. Sandeshkhali now it seems is like 75 years away from Kolkata. The man at the epicenter of this controversy, Shah Jahan, is an office bearer of the Trinamool Congress. Padmaja, with your permission, I would like to read a statement of a woman who has gone on record in Sandeshkhali. That woman said, they brought me into the party office when a group of people were drinking. For the next 1.5 days, 2 of them tortured me in the party itself. I was told that my husband would not take me back after this and I should stay on with the men in the room. They would give me a government job. Eventually, they said they would place my husband's severed head on my palms if I complained about what they had done to me. the women of Sandeshkhali, the Dalit women of Sandeshkhali, the tribal women of Sandeshkhali, and Padmaja, I say this on the basis of data. 1 lakh population of scheduled caste, scheduled tribe women have been facing the state-sponsored torture, state-sponsored sexual misconduct. You cannot even lodge a complaint unless and until you are aided and supported by a TMC strongman. So this is nothing but khela hobe. And we all remember very well, Padmaja, on May 2nd, 2021, when Mamta Didi, who is apparently a Mahila Mukhyamantri, अब महिला मुख्यमंत्री अपने प्रदेश में महिलाओं को सुरक्षित नहीं रख पाती हैं। महिला मुख्यमंत्री अपने प्रदेश में कलकत्ता से मात्र 70 किलोमीटर की दूरी पे दलित समाज और आदिवासी समाज की महिलाओं को सुरक्षित नहीं रख पाती हैं। क्या इस महिला मुख्यमंत्री के पास एक दिन भी नैतिक अधिकार बचता है मुख्यमंत्री के रूप में कंटिन्यू करने का?
Today the Prime Minister has appealed to the poor and downtrodden. He is saying कि जो पिछड़े हैं, जिन पर चोट हुई है, वो वोट से अपना जवाब देंगे. And look at the places chosen with a large Dalit population. Direct message is the Dalits, the backward, they are being victimized.
I am coming to your question. Prime Minister belongs to such a party which believes in divisive politics. And on the contrary, Mamata Banerjee is such a leader who does good for all, cutting across the party line, caste, creed, religion line. In our state of West Bengal, each and every section of the society is being developed under the leadership of Madam Mamata Banerjee. On the contrary, BJP as a whole, being led by Narendra Modi, they always do divisive politics. They always play religion card. They always play divisive politics to get advantage out of that.
Okay.
But Trinamool Congress develops as a whole.
Okay, so this caste divide doesn't really fly. Guru Prakash, respond, then I'll bring in Harshvardhan ji.
No, you see, Padmaja, let me remind our senior leader from Trinamool Congress that the party has just inherited the same model of violence from left parties. It is the same West Bengal. In Morikjhopi 1979, state-sponsored violence killed more than 1,000 Dalits. It is clear now that there is no place for Dalits in West Bengal. West Bengal में दलितों के लिए अब कोई स्थान नहीं है. और खास तौर पे अगर आप महिला हैं, आप दलित महिला हैं, आप आदिवासी महिला हैं, एक महिला मुख्यमंत्री के होते हुए जो महिला मुख्यमंत्री महिला अस्मिता की बात करती है, महिला सम्मान की बात करती है, वहां तृणमूल कांग्रेस के नेता लगातार 2 महीने तक इस प्रकार का स्टेट स्पॉन्सर्ड वायलेंस, स्टेट स्पॉन्सर्ड सेक्सुअल टॉर्चर करते हैं और 2 महीने बाद आपकी नींद खुलती है. द बैकवर्ड, द मार्जिनलाइज्ड एंड द दलित वुमेन हैव रिजन इन संदेशखाली, हैव रिजन इन वेस्ट बंगाल, एंड दे आर गोइंग टू फाइट टू रिस्टोर द वुमेन डिग्निटी, एंड वी आर गोइंग टू फाइट डेमोक्रेटिकली विद देम.
Harshvardhan ji, how do you see the statement by the Prime Minister? Because the most curious one I found was जहां पे उन्होंने बोला कि आपको लगता है आप एक वोट बैंक आपके साथ हमेशा रहेगा, बट जवाब इस बार मुस्लिम महिलाएं देंगी. क्या इस बार सीधा जो मैसेज दिया जा रहा है कि महिलाओं के लिए वोट करेंगी, महिलाओं के सम्मान के लिए वोट करेंगी, irrespective of caste, religion, any other divide? And will that be successful?
पद्मजा जी, एक तो मुझे बड़ा आश्चर्य होता है और मैं थोड़ा सा असहज हो जाता हूं. मुझे लगता है कि ये नेताओं को बिल्कुल शर्म हया नहीं रह गई है, या हर बात पर इन्हें वॉट अबाउटरी करनी है, कहीं का इंसिडेंस, कहीं की चीजें. देश में ऐसा थोड़ी ना है कि राम राज्य आ गया है, कहीं कोई घटना हो नहीं रही. लेकिन संदेश खाली की घटना से जब आप कंपेयर कर रहे होते हैं तो दरअसल आप उन महिलाओं की पीड़ा का मजाक बना रहे होते हैं. और मैं लगातार ये बात कह रहा हूं कि इसमें राजनीति देखना, इसमें हिंदू मुसलमान देखना ये नेता लोग करेंगे. भारतीय जनता पार्टी आरोप भी लगाएगी क्योंकि वहां की डेमोग्राफी बदल गई है. संदेशखाली और दूसरी ऐसी करीब 14-15 विधानसभा हैं जहां बांग्लादेशी घुसपैठी आए हैं और वहां जनसंख्या का असंतुलन हुआ है. शेख शाहजहां जैसा गुंडा है वहां. लेकिन इस सब के बावजूद ये मुद्दा पूरी तरह से महिलाओं के सम्मान का है, ये विमेन डिग्निटी का मसला है. और प्रधानमंत्री नरेंद्र मोदी जब ये बात कर रहे हैं तो महिला जब कहा जाता है तो कोई हिंदू मुसलमान, किसी जाति, किसी क्षेत्र की नहीं होती. इस देश में बार बार ये संवेदना लोगों में पैदा करने की जरूरत है कि आप महिलाओं के हक की जब बात होती है, उन पर अत्याचार की बात होती है, तो आप उनको किसी सेक्शन में बांटकर मत देखिए. इतना तो कम से कम करना सीखिए. और पश्चिम बंगाल में जिस तरह का अत्याचार हुआ है, शेख शाहजहां जो कुछ कर रहा है, आप यकीन मानिए, और मैं बार बार ये बात कहता हूं कि जो गुंडा होता है ना, सबसे पहले अपने समाज का नुकसान करता है। वहां भले अभी हिंदू अनुसूचित जाति की जनजाति की महिलाओं का मामला सामने आ रहा है, लेकिन यकीनन पक्के तौर पर मुस्लिम महिलाओं के साथ भी शेख शाहजहां के गुंडों ने अत्याचार किया ही किया होगा। प्रधानमंत्री नरेंद्र मोदी वहां पर चोट कर रहे हैं और मुझे लगता है कि यह असर निश्चित तौर पर करेगा।
And that is why it brings us back to that question, Shabnam Day, that for this time, especially in these three districts, again I am underlining that the choice of these districts, these are all border districts, whether you talk about North 24 Parganas, Nadia, Hooghly, where you have a large Muslim population, a lot of speculation about how illegal infiltration happens. So the Muslim vote is going to be offset by the Mahila vote, the women's vote.
Good evening to Times Now viewers and to you. My statement is this, that our Honorable Chief Minister is only the woman Chief Minister in all over India. She is so competitive, and not only that, she has done her royal duty to establish the law and order of the country, of Sandeshkhali. And this border, who are responsible? BSF is responsible for infiltration. But our Honorable Chief Minister has helped all those people in the border section of the state, where the places of West Bengal, where it doesn't matter to the cast the ballots in the votes, to cast vote in the ballot boxes. Why? Because there is a thorough development, highest development, which have been done only by your Honorable Chief Minister for the women's sake, like Lakhi Bandar, then for education, tab given, cycles are given, then Shastra Shati card, that mediclaim card of West Bengal, all have been done by our Honorable Chief Minister.
Okay.
And she is a woman, and Modi is just a foreigner over here.
A
He's
foreigner?
coming and just...
I don't know entirely about that, but respond to this. Respond to this. Just a second. Guru Prakash, the three places where the Prime Minister is going to speak, the argument is, one, that the Chief Minister herself is a woman. All three seats are also represented by women. Aparupa Poddar today. You've got Mahua Moitra tomorrow, and then later it is Kakoli Ghosh Dastidar. So they actually send the largest number of women MPs to Lok Sabha. The CM herself is a lady.
No, Padmaja, let me make this very clear that we have great amount of respect for women leadership. And that is the reason Nari Shakti Vandan Adhiniyam, for the first time, the bill which was pending for so long, for decades, for ensuring adequate representation of our women folks in the parliament and the legislative assemblies, was finally passed by whom? Was it passed by the TMC Ali Congress party? It was passed by the Bharatiya Janata Party. Let me also remind the TMC sympathizer that for the first time in the history of our country, a woman from scheduled tribe community, Adivasi Samaj ki beti, she reaches the highest constitutional office in the country for the first time under the Bharatiya Janata Party. How do you have this audacity to say that you are working for women empowerment? Madam, I'm sorry, but the kind of violence that was unleashed on the streets of West Bengal in the name of Khela Hobe, you would very well remember. May 2nd, 2021. Do not let me remind you of that day, because it was a nightmare for women coming from SC, ST, OBC communities, even from the Muslim Mahilaएं. Today, you will go and stand with Asaduddin Owaisi, who is repeatedly talking about a patriarchal system. Today, you will go and stand with people who are speaking against abrogation of Article 370, which is disempowering provision for women. Today, you will go and stand with the same radical, fundamentalist, Islamist forces who are speaking in the favor of triple talaq. I don't understand. What is this selectivity, madam? And how can you say a prime minister is a position in the constitution? A prime minister is an institution of the constitution. And when you say that he's a foreigner, you are insulting the constitution of this country. But let me remind you, madam, TMC is a dictatorial political party. Madam Mamta Didi is nothing but a dictator, or else she would have promoted someone else. She would have cultivated a second generation of leadership. How do you even gather the level of courage, the level of audacity to say that TMC is a women-friendly political party?
Okay,
How
Shabnam,
do you
quickly
even gather
respond.
the courage to call an institution of constitution a
Honorable
foreigner
Chief
in the own
Minister
country?
has respected women and has given that women empowerment to our Rajya Sabha member and Lok Sabha member also. And there you find that our Honorable the Kakuli Ghosh Justice are very competent women empowerment, and Apurupa Poddar and Mohua Moitro, who really fought the battle for this expulsion also, and which has been illegally done by BJP only.
Okay.
And BJP is only encashing for Lok Sabha election. It's a seasonal, just like migrant birds.
Okay,
And
okay,
our
that-
West Bengal women,
All
they
right,
don't
all
have
right.
the
Let me give the
be
final word. Let me
sensitive.
give the final word to हर्षवर्धन त्रिपाठी. Ultimately, जब आप महिला की बात कर रहे हैं, एक ओवरऑल क्लाउड जो हैंग करता है हर्षवर्धन जी, आप कह रहे हैं कि महिलाओं को एकत्रित होना चाहिए अगेंस्ट दिस अपीजमेंट पॉलिटिक्स विच लेड टू शेल्टरिंग ऑफ शाहजहां. बट द फैक्ट इज ऑलवेज द टीएमसी विल से कम ममता बनर्जी बंगाली हैं, यहां की हैं, जो ये जो बाहर से जो लोग आए हैं उनकी बातें मत सुनिए. लाइक शबनम डे इज सेइंग. सो दिस बाइनरी इज नॉट वर्किंग.
पद्मजा जी, महुआ मोइत्रा या जो आपने अपरूपा या काकोली घोष का नाम लिया, इनमें से कौन गया था उन बंगाली महिलाओं के आत्मसम्मान के साथ खड़ा होने के लिए? ममता बनर्जी ने तो बाकायदा धमकी दी थी, विधानसभा में धमकी दी कि जो ये मास्क लगाकर ये महिलाएं बोल रही हैं, इनके खिलाफ हम कार्रवाई करेंगे. शर्म आनी चाहिए ऐसी मुख्यमंत्री को. महिला होकर महिलाओं के सम्मान की रक्षा नहीं कर पाना. शेख शाहजहां 55 दिनों तक फ्री रहता है, और आज भी वो जिस अंदाज में आया था, मैं बार बार कहता हूं, मैंने पहले भी कहा था कि जैसे वो पुलिस को वहां लेकर आया हो और कोर्ट में कह रहा हो भाई चलो तुम्हारी इज्जत हम बचा देते हैं. कहां से ममता बनर्जी कह रही हैं कि वो महिलाओं के सम्मान की रक्षा कर रही हैं? ममता बनर्जी ने राज्य में महिलाओं का सम्मान शेख शाहजहां जैसे गुंडों के आगे गिरवी रख दिया है. और मुझे दुख के साथ कहना पड़ता है कि हमारे कई पत्रकार साथी, कई पत्रकार मित्र, वो भी इस पर इस तरह से बात नहीं कर पाए. हम लोग भी दोषी हैं. इतने लंबे समय से अगर महिलाओं पर इस तरह का अत्याचार गुंडे कर रहे हैं, राज्य पुलिस का संरक्षण है, तो यकीन मानिए वो गुस्सा फूट रहा है, वो सामने आकर लड़ रही हैं. हम आप उनकी लड़ाई लड़ेंगे तो लड़ेंगे, नहीं तो वो अपनी लड़ाई खुद लड़ेंगी. और किसी भी राज्य में जब एक बार जनता का गुस्सा फूटता है, जिसको लगातार दबाया गया हो, 2011, 2016, 2021, इन्हीं महिलाओं ने जिताकर ममता बनर्जी को भेजा. शायद अब वो समय खत्म हो गया है.
Okay, I'm going to leave it at that. Thanks very much, all gentlemen, and Shabnam Day for having joined us. But we have laid out the political equations and the messaging. But at the end of the day, we must also remember that some things are much above and beyond politics, and that must not be forgotten. And crimes against women or crimes against any human being falls in that category. The political ramifications will be tracking closely.